All right, welcome back to my studio workshop. This is just some of the artwork on my walls. Stuff by my friend Joe, by my friend Justice. What I want to do today is take a look at some of the stuff here, this pile of circuit boards. And the story is, let's say goodbye to all these broken things. So these are all things that in the course of designing my instruments, I designed and had built or bought and used, and somehow broke in one way or another, or didn't work or something like that. So I definitely need to make space for more instruments here, more instruments development. I got so much going on. I gotta unload some of this. So let's just get through this. So first of all, this is a chromatic keyboard that I designed. This is version 1. The whole idea is that you can populate it with these Cherry MX switches, and let me just fix the zoom on that. Populate with these Cherry MX switches and daisy chain them, and I can't remember what went wrong with this. Maybe I had a wrong design assumption, but you could see it's a number 1, like R01, so I'm on R03 now. So I think there's just something broken about it. So I gotta let this go. Just gotta throw it away. It was a good memory. I learned a lot. Not sure exactly what the lesson is, but let's see. This here, this is a piece of a potentiometer that fell down and broke because it was mounted on my pyramid eel. And this one probably has a clearer lesson to it. The lesson behind this would be make your instrument mechanically strong enough that it doesn't fall over, and if it does fall over, that it doesn't break everything, because this has happened a second time. It happened just last week. The tower just tipped over and broke a whole bunch of things. So I'm going to have to roll that learning into my new pyramid eel. See, this here, I don't know why this stopped working, but let's see. This is an interface for the neck sensor that I use on my guitar instruments, my DSP digital guitars. Let's see. I'm not sure what the lesson is here. I kind of like this, but this is obviously old. That's as revision 01, and this was done. Oh, you know what it is? It might be that this uses the wrong kind of op amp on there. I'm not sure. No, I probably would have just replaced that. Anyway. Let's just say goodbye to it. It looks like it was mounted an instrument, but somehow died. And, I don't use those through-hole components very much anymore, so it's time to go. Here we have another one of those keyboards. And it looks like I started wiring some stuff up and then stopped. So maybe I built that first one and it didn't work, and I built up the second one and just to test something and realized the design was wrong and had to change it. So in the dumpster with you. What's this here? Okay, yeah, that looks like a similar story. Here's a multi-touch neck sensor. Not sure exactly what's wrong with this, but it's in the junk pile, so it must be bogus. Nope, we got another one of those pots that broke spectacularly. You could see how the pins just snapped right off of it. Here we go. Oh yeah, for a little while I was making these little 2-pole low-pass filters, and that was for all kinds of sensors. Not sure why this one died, but nowadays CPUs are fast enough. I do most of the filtering in software, but yep, time to let it go. Need the space. Here's another one too. It's like sort of half populated and then just abandoned. So. Oh, okay, yeah, here's another thing. This is, I used to use this method for the FSRs. So with an FSR, it appears to a CPU as a variable resistance. So I was using it as part of a voltage divider. So I'd only have to put one resistor in place. And nowadays I use an op amp in there, and I also use a mux. So I only use one analog input. I can pretty much read them fast enough that I don't need that anymore. And again, it's through-hole components, so time to go, time to make some space. Here's an amplifier. Now, these are pretty decent amplifiers, probably anywhere from 5 to 20 watts. Don't really know, I'd have to look it up. But don't care. It burnt out at some point, I know, because I was trying to use it and it just didn't respond anymore. You know, I tried with a couple different supplies. Could save this wire here. But is that soldered on? Well, anyway, time to go. To heck with you. Yep, here's a piece of one of those broken pots. I'm going to throw all this stuff out. Oh, that was another one of those filters. And that's another one of these R1 neck sensors. Probably had some bug in them. So anyway, that's just maybe a couple lessons I learned, along with the big lesson, which is just clean house periodically. Throw out the old stuff. Don't be too attached to it. I used to think, oh my, you know, I'm going to look upon this pile and just think of all the times past. But honestly, I don't have time to think about the times past. I got to keep moving forward. So I'm saying my goodbyes right now to this stuff. Anyway, it's just a real quick thing. You know, like and subscribe if you want to see me try to learn some lessons, learn a little bit about some of the pieces of hardware used in electronic instruments. All right, thanks. Bye.